So, yeah.
Is it working?
I think so.
Are you sure? Hey everybody, how's it going?
Great! Thanks for asking.
It's Andy, I'm Mark. This is Yeet Street After Dark. We are back once again. This is like, what, 3 weeks in a row?
Yeah,
We're setting records. We're setting records. But by the way, if you want to catch these, if you can't make it, we apologize that it's almost a little past 9:15-ish. Mm-hmm. So if you can't stay up this late, looking at you, Carlos, these will be posted on our YouTube channel. Yeah. So you will have a chance to see them then and hear both what the topic of the day that we're going to talk about is, and also what's hot and new at the shop. What is hopping at the shop. So today is we're going to talk about, we called this the Minnesota edition because we're going to talk about the preserve, which is in Minnesota.
Is that where it is?
It is. It's in Minnesota, and this, of course, is the tournament that was started by Cale LaVisca. I think he actually bought the course that it's on. He has subsequently, I think, sold it, and I'm not quite sure who owns it now. But anyways, it's on a ball golf course. It's one of the better ball golf course adaptations for disc golf. It's still a little, again, I think we said last week that our preference is not ball golf courses, but they do a pretty good job, kind of like what they do on part of Glendevere, of incorporating the trees that line the fairways and stuff like that. So but they do have, I think they have a 1,200-foot par 5. Yeah. Or something like that. So they
play with elevation. They've got some like elevated greens.
That's right, and some going downhill. Yeah. So there is some, but it's always a fun one to watch. And what we decided we're going to do is we're going to start a little competition between Andy and myself. We haven't really said who wins, like what they get. Yeah. But it's probably going to involve Taco Bell.
Probably.
So we'll just end it there. So what we're going to do is basically, here's the rules. Andy and I are going to pick 4 golfers, and they're separate. So it's FPO, MPO, and I don't know how that's going to track in the overall. We'll figure that out later. So and it's going to be aggregate score. So if my 4 golfers go 10 down, 10 down, 8 down, 8 down, then that's a total of 36. And if yours go all 5 over, that's 20, and I win by 56 strokes.
That's
how that works.
That's how it's going to work. Okay.
And then the only stipulation is in order for us to force ourselves to maybe get a little different is at least one. You can have more, but at least one of the players has to be outside the top 10 according to, we're going with Statmando power rankings. Okay. Or not the power rankings, but the regular ranking. They actually do have a power ranking, which I think takes into consideration how recent the wins are and stuff like that. But we're just doing the general Statmando ranking. So one of our golfers has to be, on both MPO and FPO, has to be outside the top 10. Mm-hmm. So, and what we're going to do is, I guess we can just go back and forth and talk about who we're going to go with. Well, I was going to go over some of the, like, who's won recently, but I think that's going to come up in our discussion. And why don't I allow you to go and name your first. We'll start with the FPO. Okay. Who is your first FPO golfer?
Okay, first FPO golfer. My favorite golfer. Probably of MPO, FPO altogether. There it is, Owen Scoggins. So I think this she's done well at this course before. She shot 1,000 rated round last year at this course, so it can be done. She is just such a pleasure to watch, and I just hope she's on lead card every time I watch a tournament.
Well, and it's one for us old guys and girls. Yeah. So she's up there in age, but she's still out there hucking. She was on my short list. She did not make my cut. So already we're starting off different. I'm going with somebody who has only played this twice in the last 4 years.
Okay.
Won it in 2021. Finished second in 2023.
Okay.
You know her, you love her. You can't live without her. Kristen Lett is my first FPO. And I'll be honest with you, for as long as we do this, for as many years as we do this, she will always be one of my picks.
Yeah.
That's just, sorry, is it front running? Is it? Yeah, it is. But she is by far the best. I mean, she's the first and only 1,000 rated FPO player. So my first one is Kristen Latt.
Yeah. So I'm not stupid.
Well,
so
TBD.
I also want to win. So
Smart.
my second pick is also Kristen Lott
Okay.
because of the very reasons
Okay.
that you said.
That's a no-brainer then.
Yeah.
Okay, my second one, she has finished. She finished second last year. I think I got this in backwards order. Third the year before, and sixth in 2022. And she's playing really well. And I think Player of the Year is going to be between her and Kristen. I'm going with one of my old Ultimate buddies. I say that only because I also played Ultimate. I have never met her. Holland Hanley is my second golfer.
Yes. Yeah. I have to keep saying this. I am not stupid. I can read this momentum that she's on. So my number 3 is also Double H.
Yeah, and it makes sense because she bombs.
Yeah.
And this course is for bombers.
Yeah.
So, although I say that, when I say that because Garrett Gurthey, like always, even in his advanced age, I don't know how old he is, but he's been around a long time. He still finishes top 10 at this tournament. Anthony Barella finishes top 10 in this tournament. Kristen Lott, I've already said, she can bomb. She finished as well. Haley King, who can bomb, she finished like second, I think, 2 years ago or something like that. So a bomber course, so it would be stupid not to have one of the furthest throwing FPO players on the course, in the field, on our rosters. My third one, again, she won it last year. She finished fourth the year before that. She finished second the year before that. You'd be stupid if you didn't have Missy Gannon on. So Missy Gannon is my third FPO player.
Yeah. So
About that.
I am not stupid. However, here comes the dark horse. All right.
Okay. Now. Is this outside the top 10?
This is outside the top 10.
Because
this is the first one.
In the top 10.
Yeah. So I was torn between two.
Okay.
All right, and the tiebreaker was the one that's actually playing. So
Smart.
Yeah.
That's a wise choice.
So I'm going with Valerie Mandujano.
Mandujano has done well. Again, she's had a couple of top 10 finishes here lately.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the other one, just out of curiosity?
Paige Pierce.
She's not playing.
I didn't see her on the roster.
Interesting. That's weird
So,
because again,
yeah,
she's
'cause
a
she's a
bomber,
bomber.
and she normally plays well here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my fourth, I went. And where do you know where she was ranked on Statmando? Did you?
She was 13, 14.
Well, I went deep.
Okay.
I looked all the way down.
Okay, smart.
I'm taking the 23rd ranked FPO player according to Statmando.
Uh-huh.
Now, could it be because she was pregnant most of last year? Yeah. Because
Okay, so it's not who I thought you were saying.
no, so she's finished tied for 16th. She won it 2 years ago, and she finished fourth. I'm going with Kat Allen as my outside the top 10 player.
Yeah.
So to recap, I got Kristen, Holland, Missy Gannon, Kat Allen, and you have Own, Kristen, Holland, and Valerie Mandujano.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my honorable mention, my sixth pick was Ellie Ezra because she bombs as well.
She does bomb, and I know she had like a top 20 finish here either last year or the year before. I can't remember when, but yeah, she can bomb as well.
Yeah.
I had Owen Scoggins was on the list, and I had the other ultimate player whose name I can't remember. Ella Hansen.
Yeah. Okay.
Because she's also a bomber, but she hasn't been playing that well so far this year. So, and Kat Allen not only has played well here, but she's done well so far this year. Okay. So, by the way, put down in the comments what you guys think, or who your top four is, and maybe we can keep score and see if anybody can beat us.
Stupid me.
Yeah. Although we already gave them a lot of ammo,
Yeah.
so they're probably just going to copy our picks because that's what they do. Okay, MPO. I'll go first.
Okay.
Again, I'm not stupid. Kind of like you. This guy is the two-time defending champ at the Preserve. And a second-place finish 3 years ago. You know, and that's Ricky Wysocki, of course. Yeah. Ricky's going to, again, bomber, loves this course, plays well. For some reason, a lot of people are writing off Ricky because of the way he played the last round in Europe and allowed, what's his name, Nicholas, to catch him and win over in Europe. And it's almost like, you know, the guy finishes second, all of a sudden he's washed up now? Is that kind of what they're saying?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what it is.
But again, Ricky Wysocki is probably, and again, I know Next Gen Stats probably has odds out. I would think that Ricky Wysocki would be the odds-on favorite.
Yeah.
Maybe I can look that up while you give us your number one.
Yeah, so, Cale sold the course to, obviously, to Ricky because he owns it. So I would be stupid.
Wait a minute, Ricky owns the course now?
He owns it.
Really? I did not know that. Yeah. I know he sold it.
Don't quote me on that. But he owns this course, and he will not be beaten. And you know, I gotta respect it.
So you also took him as well.
He's my number one.
Okay. Well, I can't find Next Gen rating. So, wait a minute. Nope, that's not it. So, but he's got to be the odds-on favorite to win this. Okay, my second one. Last three tournaments here, tied 5th, tied 10th, tied 6th. So far this year, top 5 in every start so far this year, except for the Supreme Flight Open down in Florida, which was the first tournament of the year, which he finished, I think, 15th. So he's playing well. He's also the number 1 rated golfer in the world. Again, it would be stupid not to go with Gannon Buhr.
Yeah.
Who's probably the second in odds on Next Gen, probably.
I am stupid. So I'm not going with Gannon Buhr.
Oh, boy. Wow.
So.
Thanks for the easy win.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. I'm picking somebody who's hungry. Who's got something to prove this week.
It all comes down to food for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, and has all of the tools in his tool belt, and the course plays towards him. It's AB, Anthony Barella. I think he's
smart.
going to probably 1 or 2. Definitely podium.
Again, he's got top 10 finishes here, so that makes a lot of sense. Even though his putting has improved, and we talked about this last week, I still don't know if I can count on his putting week in and week out. So he was in, again, my final 7, but I couldn't pull the trigger because of his putting. And plus, quite frankly, I think the 4 that I'm picking are just better than him. My third is he has a tied for second, a tied for 11th, and a DNP. I think 3 years ago he didn't play in 2022. But he's playing really well. He's had a top 10 in every tournament this year except Music City. And, yeah, that's okay. I think I can't remember if the Music City, was that an A tier? No, that was on tour. That's Calvin Heimberg. I'm going with Vinny, my boy.
Yeah.
Again, you know, is he going to win? I wish he would because he's probably my 3rd favorite golfer. But chances are he's not. But is he going to finish top 10? Yeah. You know he's going to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
So Vinny is my 3rd player.
Okay. That's smart. I, however, am smarter.
You're smarter than Vinny.
I went with the trends, okay? And not the public opinion trends. I went with hard statistical trends. All right?
Who's been better than Ricky Gannon and Calvin?
In Preserve.
Oh.
In 2023.
I think I know who you're going to pick.
Preserve in 2023. This player finished 119th.
Okay. No, I don't know.
Okay. The next year.
That would be last year.
Last year, he finished 2nd. A rocket of a trajectory.
Maybe that is the person I'm thinking of.
And this year, he's going to win it all. Maybe it's Kyle Klein.
That's what I thought you were going to say, Kyle Klein.
Yeah.
He did not make my final 7. I saw that he did have a good finish here last year. Again, I'm just not quite sure about consistency. You know, back in like 2020 when he won like Rookie of the Year, I thought he was going to be the next big thing. Mm-hmm. And then he kind of went, and he, you know, kind of. But he definitely is on the rise, and he is making sort of a comeback. And his name, he is getting on some lead cards, and he is finishing with some top tens. But again, a little bit too inconsistent for me. I didn't even I wrote him down originally, but I scratched him out. He was not in my final grouping. Now my dark horse, I didn't go too deep. I went all the way to number 12 on Statmando.
Okay.
But speaking of progressions,
Yeah.
3 years ago, T28. Mm-hmm. 2 years ago, T25. Last year, T19. Can you see he's moving on up.
T16 this year.
3, 6. No, it's going to be at top 10. It's a geometric progression.
Oh, okay.
It's 3, 6, 9.
You just keep thinking that.
So I'm going with our boy, Team Yeet Street's own Evan Smith as my dark horse
That's not even
player.
fair.
Why is that not fair?
Because
he's outside the top 10.
No, but that was just the obvious, man. So I was under the impression that we were just going to go for whoever else because obviously Evan's going to win.
Well, you'd be stupid if you thought he was going to win, not to put him down as one of your four.
Well, I thought that was just a wasted point.
So you're stupid.
I am not stupid because I have the dark horse and
the darkest of horses.
The darkest of horses. Now, 2 years ago, this guy was a dark horse, almost completely unknown. Comes out of nowhere.
Parker Welk?
No. It was the guy who stormed in, finished second, had a great couple of tournaments to kind of start off.
Finished second last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. 2023.
Yeah. Got a new bag, has been working with some new discs. I think he's ready to come back at it, and this is the place for him.
Is it one of the Robinsons?
No, it is not.
Oh. Gosh.
It is none other than Cole Redolin.
Oh. Cole's played well here.
Yeah.
He did finish second a couple years ago. I think last year he didn't do as well. I think he was down around 20 or 21st. But again, a bomber. Mm-hmm. He can throw far. So, and I'm pretty sure you're just picking him because he was your doubles partner once upon a time.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so to recap, I got Wysocki, Gannon Burr, Vinny, and Evan, Team Yeet Street's own. And you have, let me see if I can remember, you have Wysocki, Anthony Barella, Kyle Klein, and Cole Redolin.
Yes.
Okay. You know, I was worried that our foursomes were going to overlap too much, especially on the FPO side, but we managed to be different.
Yeah.
Way to go. Good
because
for you.
I go after the smart picks.
So, well, you didn't.
I
didn't
was
pick
torn.
Gannon Burr, so you can't say you didn't go with the smart
I was
picks.
torn about putting Eagle in there.
I bet. I want to look this up. I bet Gannon's got to be second in next gen odds-on favorite. Hold on. While I do that, why don't you talk about what's coming out next Friday?
You know what's coming up next Friday? That's June 20th. Okay. Here we've got, I know you guys have been waiting for them a long time. All you Jibros out there. The trail in a nice fission plastic. Mm-hmm.
And give them a profile, that bad boy. That thing is domey.
Popped.
You are not used to seeing such domey discs from MVP. I think Time Lapse was the first one that kind of came out in a domey stock run. But these fishing ones are going to be domey. So I imagine that they're going to be even more understable than what the standard Neutron trails are going to be.
Yeah. And one of my personal favorites, we got the Glow Insanity. Adds a little beef to the Insanity, which is nice. And
if correct me if I'm wrong, but they had a Halloween edition Glow Insanity, right? The one that you almost got hit by.
Yeah.
Thanks, Don Davis.
Yeah.
So this is not necessarily new, but it certainly is new since
Yes.
that Halloween
Insanity.
edition
Yeah.
of the Glow Insanity. So, and I think you even said even that one that you had was a little bit more stable than a regular Insanity, which you think would be nice and flippy. That one had probably a little bit more straight than
Yeah.
what you're used to, which is typically the case with Glow,
Right.
although not always.
Not always. And what about Simon? Well, so Simon's buddy Eagle McMahon. There we go. There's the dimension.
Trance.
No,
Is it a dimension?
Yeah.
Oh, I
it's
thought
the
it was a
dimension.
trance. Okay.
Oh, that's the dimension. Nice stamp, special edition. She's a
yeah.
beefy one.
That's the plasma. That's right. There also is a Prism Neutron Trance that's coming out, but we don't have it up here. So, but those are coming out the 20th. We did not do pre-orders for these. If you'd like to get on the waiting list for them and maybe pick out your color, we can't guarantee it, but feel free to call the shop, reach out to us in DMs on the socials, and we'll put you on the list. Okay, I was close. I had them backwards though. Gannon Burr is the odds-on favorite at plus 168. Not really great odds, but if you want good odds, Richard Wysocki. I'm about to say Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
He's at plus 586.
Those numbers mean nothing to me.
What it means is you're getting almost 6-1 on your money for Ricky Wysocki to win. The guy who is two-time winner.
$100 will get you $558. Is that
No. Yes, 586.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If you bet $100, you'll win 586. Plus, you get your 100 back. That's incredible for the guy who is the two-time defending champion and finished second 3 years ago. Boy, I wish I had a
I wonder what
next
my
gen
chances
account.
are.
I'd slam that all day. Third is Calvin Heimberg. So, did I pick the top 3 betting odds? Yes, I did. But fourth is Anthony Barella. Fifth is Kyle Klein. Sixth, this is a surprise, although he has played well here, Simon Lizotte. Seventh, Chris Dickerson. And guess who's eighth? At 23.88.
That would be none other than Cole Redolin.
Evan Smith.
Oh!
Evan Smith is the 8th odds-on favorite. Cole Redolin is 10th.
Okay.
Adam Hammis. By the way, I've heard a lot of people calling him Adam Hammies lately. Are they like making fun of him, or have we been saying his name wrong all these years?
I don't know.
But I'm going to keep saying Adam Hammis because that's how I always heard it. And then Ezra Hall, Bradley Williams, who won here a couple years ago, Gavin Babcock, Eagle McMahon, Luke Taylor, Andrew Morweed, Paul Ulibarri. So was I front running on the MPO field as well? Yeah, probably.
Will my picks pay off more?
So
yes,
we'll see. So what we ought to do is, and we can talk about this later, but we ought to handicap like, or maybe do it like lottery or salary cap style. Like we have $15 to bet or to pick, and then we put people in buckets. We'll think about that. That sounds like a lot of work.
It does.
Anyways, so again, put down in the comments who you would pick for MPO. The other thing that we want to talk about, and I want to use you as a model. So we have a line of sunglasses called Gooder. And I picked Gooder for the shop because they have the best names for their glasses. And we have about, 30, 35 different models. And here's just some of them. This is one of my favorites. This model is called, let me make sure it's the right one. Yeah. So this used to come in an all white, but now it's kind of an off blue. And it's made out of recycled material. And the glasses are called, These Glasses Are Still Trash. And as you can see, as Andy walks down the catwalk towards the camera so you can get an up-close view of them. They're pretty cool looking. They're stylish. They're hip. They're happening. And then, so the other great thing about these is they got the no bounce technology.
They will not fall off.
So, and if you play golf out in the sun and you need, these things are perfect. I play with one. The one that I currently have is called Do It for the Victory Dance. I also have that Orange Rush Crush because orange. And then this is probably my all-time favorite. This right here is purple with a little bit of a greenish, bluish lens. This is called It's Octopuses, Not Octopi. So they look cool. The name is cool.
He's a bit of a word nerd.
So And again, it's octopuses because octopus is based in Greek. You only turn it into the U.S. into an I if it's Latin based. Anyways, so that's octopus.
Octopi is more fun to say.
Well, you just like it because it says pie in it.
I do like pie.
So, okay, these next ones are, I think these are the, I don't have my glasses on, I can't, oh yeah. So these are white, and so when you think of white, you think of snow, and when you think of snow, you think of
snow cream.
Yetis.
Also Yetis.
And these glasses are called Made by Yetis. So as you can see, again, it's got sort of that blue, that frosty blue color, which again evokes the abode of the Yeti along with the white frames. So those are pretty cool.
And they smell like Yetis.
Have you run into a Yeti? Have you had your head shoved in his armpit and you know what they smell like?
Yeah.
And then we have these, which are a little bit more of a bicyclist or runner type because they kind of a slight wraparound, not much. Yeah. These are called The Jungle Is My Gym, and so you see it's got almost sort of a hint of a jungle green in the frame and with a lens. So here's the deal: these sunglasses they have UV protection.
Polarized.
They're polarized. They don't bounce when you run. When you throw, they stay on your head. Unlike Matty-O. Matty-O needs to get some gooders because his sunglasses keep falling off. And they what are the prices? You may
like
ask.
start around like the 20, 24, 25?
$24.95 to $34.95.
Yeah.
So
with the cheap to replace technology.
It's like a no-brainer. So now, are they as good as the Maui Jim sunglasses that you might spend $200 for?
Yes.
Some would debate it, but we would say, they're just as good, and you're paying a 12th of the price. So next time you're in, make sure you check out the sunglasses that we have over on our sunglass stand. Again, $24.95 to $34.95. You can't beat it. Those are good. So, and do yourself a favor and just come over and pick up the glasses and look on the arm and just read the titles of the glasses. They're hilarious.
Yeah, be befuddled by the creativity of people.
That's it. They're very creative. They come up with funny names, and we like funny, so it just matches with us.
Burpees with Beelzebub.
That's another one of my favorite. It's called Beelzebub's Bourbon Burpees.
Okay, yeah.
And it's funny because I don't like any of those. I'm not a fan of Beelzebub. I don't drink bourbon, and I don't think I've ever done a burpee in my life. Yeah. So, but the sunglasses are cool. They look really cool. So, those are the three that those were the three that I rotated between Beelzebub's Bourbon Burpees, that Orange Rush Crush, and it's Octopuses, not Octopi. Then I put into the rotation the kind that I'm wearing now mostly, which is Do It for the Victory Dance. So a couple other things to let you all know. Out on disc golf scene, we now have our MVP Circuit Challenge. Mark your calendar, July 12th, Cornwallis Road. 2 rounds, one from the short tees, one from the long tees. And it's a 3-disc challenge. And what are the 3 discs, you may ask?
What are the 3 discs?
That's
I might ask.
Actually, one of them's kind of cool. It's a never seen before disc. Actually, they sold them on their pro shop, but you're gonna have a chance to get it for the first time if you didn't see it on the pro shop. Let me look it up here real quick. It's kind of cool. But you get 3 discs, and they are the Streamline Fission Trace. The first single mold Fission disc. Again, I think they had it at one point on their pro shop, but this is the first time it's being released, more widely to the general public. So you'll be able to get one of those. You also get the MVP Particle Glow Uplink. And again, if you saw the first Big Germ Tour Series disc, it had that little particle glow in it that had those little specks in it, which when you put it under a black light just kind of illuminated and looked really cool. So that's going to be available as part of the Circuit Challenge. And then the 3rd disc is an Electron Watt. And again, the Electron Watt has been rare, and so that's going to be the 3 discs that you're going to be able to use for this 2-round tournament. Now, again, a Yeet Street tournament is not just your normal show up, play 2 rounds, get your disc, and go home. No, it's So much more. There are going to be 3 divisions. One is if you're rated greater than or equal to 875. One is if you're rated below 875. And one is if you're an FA, a female amateur, or a junior. So those 3 divisions, first and second in each division is going to win something. Basically a gift card and some MVP discs. So boom, boom, boom. So if you win or finish second in your division, you're going to win something. And again, you think, gosh, that will get me to come. There's more. After the tournament and after we hand out the prizes, we are going to give you a chance to win gift cards to the shop by having Ring of Fire contests. And if you never played Ring of Fire, it's a lot of fun. But we're going to have where everybody competes and whoever wins gets a gift card. All the female and junior players, they will compete and win a gift card. And then we'll do something stupid like, I don't know, rollers. If you haven't played Ring of Fire, everybody does get in a circle around the basket and putts all at once. And everybody who makes it stays in. And then they take a step back and then they putt until we have only one person winning. So what do you get if you join the Circuit Challenge? You get 3 discs, including the fish and trace. And if you haven't thrown a trace, it's kind of like it's a slightly stable. It's like a -1/2, 11 speed, kind of like a Grace. If you've thrown the Lat 64 Grace or the Stratosphere, the DD. I think it was a DD or a DD1. So you get the 3 discs. You get a chance to win a gift card. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's also going to be CTPs. Each division is going to have 3 CTPs. And we haven't decided what the CTPs are going to be. But, and I also didn't mention this. We also are going to have Watermelon Edition fireballs, Proton fireballs, available for sale at the tournament as well. So, one person in each division is going to have a chance to win a Watermelon fireball. So that's going to be one of the CTP prizes. So by golly, I mean, if July 12th is just going to be a blast. It's at Cornwallis. It's probably going to take us maybe an hour and a half to play around. Yeah. We'll have a 30-minute break in between in case somebody has to run off, use the bathroom, get something to eat, get something to drink. Then we'll come back, play another. And we're going to be done. We're going to start around 10 and we're going to finish around 3. And you're going to play a lot of disc golf. You're going to have a lot of fun playing Ring of Fire. Great for kids. Great for if you've been begging your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend who doesn't play to come out and play. This is a perfect time for them to come out and play because it's relaxed. You get to have fun. And if you don't play well, you can just say, well, I normally don't putt with a
These
wand.
aren't my discs.
Yeah. If I had my discs out of here, I would have crushed it.
Yeah.
So July 12th, mark it down. It's out. Registration's open out in disc golf scene now. We also have our tournament. I think it's full because I think we have a wait list, and I haven't promoted people off wait list yet. But we also on the 21st have our Point Series tournament at UNC. I will be updating the layouts for that here shortly. Actually, I think they are already out there. And if you want to do something fun and exciting and challenge yourself, we have the Burlington Crosstown, first ever, on the 28th and 29th. So on the 28th, you will play Chimney Hills and Springwood, which is Springwood is not nearly as hard as Chimney Hills. So I wanted to have a challenging course like Chimney Hills and then an easier one. And then on Sunday, we're going to have tee times and everybody's going to play the Regulator, that's really going to challenge you. It's going to play. I mean, that's where the women's USDGC played. You're going to be playing the same tees that they play because there's only one set of tees. So that's on June 28th and 29th. It's a true amateur event, so it's players pack and trophies for the AMs. $750 cash has been added for the pros, 100% payout for the pros. So if you know a pro that wants to battle with on some tough courses with some other local pros, make sure you tell them about that and get them to sign up. And that's all I have for tournaments. Anything else, Andrew, that folks need to know about?
No, I think
okay.
That's got it.
Well, with that then, I think we'll bid you all adieu until next Thursday. And make sure you put in your comments and I'll try to keep track of everybody's picks and we'll see who wins. Okay, good night. See you next Thursday. Take care. Okay. You know how to turn it off? Make sure you do.
It's the